Kenny Dillingham said he thinks Arizona State can become a blue blood of the 2020s. He compared them to a rising program like the Ducks from 2000 to 2010 or Clemson from 2010 to 2020. And so that begs the question, which programs are capable of making a similar rise as we close out this decade? TCU is absolutely a team I think of. They have a national title game appearance in 2020. The only reason they're a little lower here is just because I'm not sure they're continuing to rise as a program right now. They've gotten a little bit stagnant in the last couple years since that title game appearance. SMU absolutely deserves to be in this conversation. They just made the playoffs last season, and they're a rising program right now. Their investment is very high, and they're in a power conference. They're making things happen. You could talk about Colorado as a potential candidate. They certainly have the investment there right now, and they have a head coach in Deion Sanders that has done a lot in his first 2 seasons. Syracuse is definitely a dark horse contender for a program that can enter this realm. They're recruiting at an all-time high under Fran Brown, and another program that is showing a high level of investment with their new young head coach. Don't count out Iowa State in this regard. They have 2 of their best seasons in program history in the 2020s, and they're a team that could continue to win games under Matt Campbell. Texas Tech just landed the #1 portal class in all of college football, and they're investing at a very high level. Historically, their program hasn't had the most success, but if they can turn in some solid seasons in the back half of these 2020s, maybe they'll be in this conversation. It just feels like we've been waiting for Texas A&M to have that kind of a year. Thus far, it's been nothing but disappointment, but Mike Elko has the talent and the resources to have a strong finish here and definitely be one of these teams you talk about. You'd be hard-pressed not to mention Indiana, who just made the playoffs. They're rising fast under Curt Cignetti. If they have a couple more playoff appearances when the 2020s are all said and done, they'll absolutely be comparable to an Oregon or a Clemson. And I think Kenny Dillingham was onto something. Yes, it was just one great season, but they won a Big 12 title, made the playoff appearance, and they're in a position where they're one of the favorites to win a conference again this year, and the way they're recruiting and acquiring talent, you can't argue that they're going to be a top-tier Big 12 program going forward. But if the 2020s ended right now, I think you would have to say Ole Miss is the Clemson and Oregon of the 2020s. Ole Miss is like top 10 in winning percentage in this decade so far, which is pretty remarkable given their program's history. They've got their guy of the future in Lane Kiffin, and they're a program that I think can turn in several more excellent seasons and solidify their spot as the rising program of the 2020s.